Okay. Not to go off on a tangent, but when you say you're one of the black people in the office, give me kind of build that world.
I've always been,
What's that world?
yeah, I've always been like one of two black people in any, given space that I was in. And I did really long stints in the agency world, and I was always the only black person.
What kind of agency world?
Marketing.
Okay.
Marketing. So my background, marketing, PR, in terms of like my professional experience is marketing and PR.
I know that you were with 3 different magazines as like a fashion, like a stylist, right?
Yeah.
But you were into marketing before that, correct?
Before that, but like, back and forth.
Was that New York or LA?
That was LA.
LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were, tell me if you don't mind, tell me a little more about, because that's interesting to me, about being one of the only black people there. Like, what's that like?
I mean, you've had that experience like most of your life, right? Like being one of the only Hispanic people in the room, especially in professional environments too.
Well, now that you say it, I mean, yes, I have. I've had different, because I've traveled to London. Mm-hmm. When I was in London, I was treated very much like a minority, but like the lowest of the low minority. Yeah. It was weird. Yeah. And because I was with a couple rude boys that were locals, and it was because of skateboarding, we were on one of those double-decker buses and a couple Pakistani gentlemen. But I didn't know that culture, right? But they ended up saying something to me that I didn't even understand. They insulted me in a way I've never even understood. Right. Because it wasn't my culture. But these rude boys who were with me, skaters, they just went to blows on the top of this bus. Then the bus driver stopped the bus and he kicked them off. And then he took us maybe, I don't know, a couple clicks down, because we're in London, so it clicks, and he dropped us off. He's like, "You're all getting off the bus, but I'm dropping you off separately." And it was just such a weird experience, because I didn't realize it was because of me being Hispanic. Yeah. Until the rude boys I was with they told me, they're like, "No, they insulted you and this and that." I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So that's a little side my own personal story, but please tell me what's it like? I mean,
it's a lonely experience. Yeah. I mean, it's a lonely experience, and my experiences have varied from company to company, agency to agency, but it's largely been, an uncomfortable, uninspiring experience for me. And that's one of the reasons and one of my main motivations for continuing to follow my dreams. I cannot and refuse to be in those spaces, especially if I'm not passionate about the work.
Do you feel you were there because of your value you were bringing?
Yeah. I was always hired because of my experience and my expertise. I don't think I was ever in a position where I was hired as a token or hired, I feel like to meet somebody's quota.
I feel like I have been. That's the reason why I asked you that way.
Yeah, I never have been in professional, corporate environments. I have on the entertainment side, because they needed a black host for the Black History Month, black stuff that they were doing for their Black initiative.
The way you put that, it's like, I just see check boxes.
Yeah, it's just like that's exactly what the fuck they're doing. They're just checking off boxes. But I've always been hired, like I said, like in professional environments for my experience and my expertise. But it's a lonely, very bizarre experience to be one of the only, in those spaces, especially where I am someone who lives my life out loud, wears my emotions on my sleeve, and I don't know how to censor myself. I don't know how to shrink myself. I don't know how to, not call out bullshit or racism or microaggressions or whatever it is, as it comes up. And
so I gotta be honest with you. Yeah. So we've obviously been chopping it up before, just kind of talking about the show, what we're going to talk about. But right from this intro, I just say it felt really real quick. Yeah. It felt good talking about bad shit. Yeah. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, it's helped to shape us, right?